Is proper grammar really that important? Yes! There are certain rules of the English language that you don't want to break because it will make your work look unprofessional and amateurish. Learning proper grammar isn't a horribly complex task, and your writing will look much the better for it. Authors always talk about breaking different writing rules, but proper grammar is the basis for the English language. If you do break any writing rules, grammar or otherwise, first you need to be aware that you are breaking them, and you have to have a reason for it. You could be doing it for sound variety, or character personality, or style, but there has to be a reason. I've provided in the box below some helpful links on learning proper grammar, and if that fails, try 428.2 in your library's Dewey Decimal System, and there you should find a plethora of information on grammar. Once you have a good grasp on proper grammar, or a honkin' big reference book, you'll probably want to do another read-through of your novel specifically to correct grammar. And while you're at it, you might as well double-check your punctuation. Yes, correct punctuation is just as important. Which brings me to semicolons! Now, you've all heard of the semicolon. It's this little horror, disparaged by readers wondering what the heck it means, cursed by editors across America who have witnessed so numerous and sacrilegious misuses of it that they've given up all hope, and discarded by writers who can't be bothered to sort out all the confusion. Several people have told me to stay away from semicolons, especially in fiction. You know what? I love semicolons. I love using semicolons. To me, they are a precision tool of our grammar armory, and it annoys me that I can't use it because the majority of people don't understand how it works. So instead, I have decided to clear up the semicolon confusion. I understand now why so many people are misusing and misunderstanding the semicolon. After all, where do you turn when you find a word that you don't understand? The dictionary, of course. So while trying to uncover the root problem of this confusion of the masses, I looked up semicolon in the dictionary. My Encarta World English Dictionary in my Microsoft Word processor had this to say: a punctuation mark, used to separate parts of a sentence or list and indicating a pause longer than a comma, but shorter than a period. Well, and now I know why so many people are misunderstanding the semicolon. While not incorrect, this definition is entirely misleading. A semicolon does indicate a pause, and this pause is longer than a comma, but this definition is poorly worded because to the uneducated person, it gives the impression that a semicolon is nothing more than a long comma. That is not what a semicolon does, ladies and gentlemen. So I checked Google. I just typed in semicolon definition into the search engine, and this is what I got. A punctuation mark, indicating a pause, typically between two main clauses, that is more pronounced than that indicated by a comma. There it is again. A poorly worded definition that makes the semicolon sound like a long comma. So I turned to Webster's. Semicolon, a punctuation mark used especially to separate major sentence elements. Getting closer. I think what people have done is looked up semicolon in the dictionary and confused its use with its very misleading definition. The main use of a semicolon is to separate two closely related independent clauses. These independent clauses could often be broken into two separate sentences, or combined with a conjunction like and or but instead of a semicolon. But semicolons are just so classy! Semicolons can be used to separate items in a list as well, but this is primarily only done when the list items are very long or contain commas within themselves, like if you're mentioning city and states or capitals and countries. Okay, semicolon rant over. keep in mind what I said about that, because semicolons are much easier to use than people think they are. They just need to take the time to understand how to use them. If you are not using proper grammar and proper punctuation because you don't think it's important, you are a lazy writer, and you need to get a healthy appreciation for this beautiful art before you try and make your mark on it. Just saying. Alright everyone, the last video of NaNoEdMo is on Monday. If you have any burning questions, now is the time to get them in. Either message me on YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, or leave it in the comments below.